welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Carolina Panthers.
Elliott Fry set to kick off.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First down, Giants.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
And some space here. The 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 37. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Panthers 0. Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
The tackle made at the
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. shotgun now for Rodgers. And he connects with Ertz. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best. For you, and you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
To throw on 3rd down, Holcomb. He's airing it out for Williams. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
He's crossing. He's checking cross.
Back to throw. Holcomb. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down.
Now it's Barkley. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. Buying time to his left. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down. Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7, Panthers nothing.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the gun, Jones. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Take over.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line. A gain of 2.
Looking to throw. Holcomb. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Holcomb. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Randy Bullock lining up for the point after.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said,
The ball carrier.
I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
For number 80.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to catch.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Holcomb. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
Ryan Connolly. The Giants take over 1st and 10.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Randy Bullock set to kick off.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
I'm going rhetorical on you here. Could that pass have been delivered any better to the receiver downfield?
Not at all, and when he catches that, he didn't even have to break stride. Full speed, that's why he got off. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Jones. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right. And as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Off-play action. Holcomb looking deep for his tight end Ertz. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead,
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway, and all the way in, touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram,
New York.
67 yards, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Giants 27, Panthers 7. Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way,
and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 79 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
For the point after.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
51, Mike 51.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Giants.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and...
They'll go to Barkley again. Look at those sticks get. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Giants 34, Panthers 14. Randy Bullock set to
now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Holcomb. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
Holcomb's
the reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll roll him out right. He's Eric. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Holcomb. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense. Another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game, right?
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On 1st down, Barkley. He's to the 10, and finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
At the 42-yard line.
McCaffrey on the toss right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down by Jabril Peppers. It's a gain of 2.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and